Hi, this is Joel from Jonesy's Off-Road, and because we came out with a 1-inch and 2-inch body lift kit for the 80 Series Land Cruiser, I figured that it was a great opportunity to talk about whether or not you actually want a body lift for your vehicle, and some of the kind of pros and cons and things that you need to consider if you are going to do a body lift. Okay, so body lift is exactly what it sounds like. You are lifting the body. So that means that anything that is bolted to the frame stays with the frame. Anything that is bolted with the body stays with the body and separates. On our 80 Series Land Cruiser here, we have a bumper that is attached to the frame like most trucks, and the body will come up. So if you do a 2-inch lift, if you do a 1-inch lift, you are going to raise this 1-inch and this stays here, or this 2-inch. Okay, so something you need to consider is how are these panels going to line up if you do your lift. Okay, 1-inch, hardly noticeable. Like you're raising this line up 1 inch, so it's up here and your bumper corner stays right here. 2-inch gets a little bit more noticeable. So maybe 2-inch cosmetically isn't something that you want to consider. If you have an aftermarket front bumper, most of the time those can be adjusted to kind of compensate with your body lift. Now, we have a 35-inch tall tire right here. It's a mud terrain, and this rig actually has approximately 2.5, 3-inch suspension lift. And under most off-road conditions, we get quite a bit of body rub on a lot of this exterior panels. Okay, so what are our options? Our options are get out the hacksaw and drink a couple beers and start sawing on your fenders to create clearance, or entertain the idea of a body lift. So body lifts in moderation, and I think the most you'd ever want to go is a 2-inch, is a very economical and viable way to get some wheel and tire clearance against your body. Now, mostly you need to consider how the truck is going to perform and look afterwards. If you start going taller and taller and taller, and everybody has seen those ginormous jacked up Chevy pickup trucks that have like a 6-inch body lift where they've taken hockey puck spacers and just stacked them on top of everything, and it just looks ridiculous. The bumper's all the way down here and the bed of the truck is all the way up here. Okay, so everything in moderation. That's why we only do a 2-inch and we do a 1-inch. So if you're going to consider doing a body lift, you need to kind of walk around your truck, get underneath of it, and look at what is attached to the body. But this is all the type of stuff that you need to think about before you make the decision, how it's going to look. Now, aftermarket bumpers are great. You can adjust most of that out of it, and you can even adjust these so that with a 1-inch kit, unless you have a really, really trained off-road eye, you're not going to know the difference. Now, when you start getting into the 2-inch kit, your transfer case shifter, specifically on this 80 series, needs to be extended because it is attached to the transfer case. The transfer case stays here, your body goes up, you need to add in a 2-inch spacer. That is included in the kit. Steering linkage needs to be extended on a 2-inch kit. All of that stuff is not really necessary for a 1-inch. So if you want a simple, quick, easy, clean, doesn't really look that much different than the stock, then go for a 1-inch. If you really want to clear more tires and you really need to get more clearance in your wheel wells, go for a 2-inch. But understand that the 2-inch is more complicated. It has more components. It's more drastic. It changes how the body actually feels and the vehicle feels on the road. So that's all decisions that you need to make if you are going to do a 2-inch kit versus a 1-inch kit.